Thank you, everybody, for coming back to another episode of Cobra TV. So a subscriber wanted me to talk about oceans. While there's not a whole lot of info, maybe I could touch on just a few things. We do know that there are deep, deep seas in No Man's Sky, even though we haven't been shown any in any of the trailers. But recently, we have been shown a little bit deeper waters when we watched Ryan play. And in those waters, there are fish, some pretty strange fish that can harm you or even kill you. He's even also said that we can come across planets that are all water.
So Wolverine78 is asking, will there be planets composed completely from sand, like a dune planet, or planets completely composed of liquid, like water worlds?
Like the Incredible Waterworld movie. Yes is the answer.
Yes. All right.
I will keep it short. Yes.
Okay.
And out of speculation, how would you land on something like that? I'm pretty sure that, there's trading posts on all planets. So maybe there's a trading post sticking out of the water, held up by posts. And you could just land on there and jump off and explore the seas. Use your jetpack to get back up. Tech can also be found in the waters, but in order to go deeper, you must upgrade your suit. And what's really cool about being underwater is that there are points of interest there as well. As Shamir explains here, when he was trying to go deeper and deeper and deeper.
Your suit has like different kind of ratings for how long it can survive in certain different kind of environments and how long it can survive underwater and things like that. So there's this this thing that happens every now and then, in that you will have something marked on your map that you don't know what it is, but you sometimes won't be able to get there. So, for instance, with me recently, I found this ocean, basically. Perhaps you might call it a pond, but I would. It's far larger than that. And so it's really deep. And so I couldn't, with my suit, actually reach down to the bottom. But as it happened, the way the systems are generated, there's something marked on my map under this ocean. And I could scan. And so I could see that there was something down there, but I couldn't, the distance such that I couldn't make out what it was. It's quite dark down there. And so I made a dive basically down to try and see what it was, and drowned on my way. And so now I've lost where that was, and I guess I'll never know. And so that was a weird thing from recently, where I kind of feel annoyed because I'm working on the game and making the game, and the game is holding out on me as secrets.
What do you think it would have been down there? Would it just be some resources, or you think maybe a crashed big ship or something that's maybe full of loot or something? Or what are your theories?
It could also be a creature that I haven't seen before. That's the thing that would kind of do it for me, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of, it's weird because you just don't often get stuff down that deep. And so I'm curious to know.
So yeah, there's exploration underwater. There's very deep seas. There's the need to upgrade your suit to go deeper, to stay down longer, and also danger as well. And what I like about No Man's Sky's water effect is it really looks like you're really truly underwater. Aside that, there really isn't a whole lot of info out there on anything about the waters or seas or anything like that. Don't forget those cave systems too, when they were talking about making an algorithm so that way that these creatures would spawn in caves. And when they were exploring underwater, they went into an underwater cave and they found a pile of these dead creatures because they were land-dwelling creatures. So it's really cool to know that the animals can actually drown. But you guys are awesome and amazing. So awesome that I love to talk to you over Skype and on Twitch. And I do that on Wednesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And here's one of those subcasts now from an amazing subscriber. If you guys have not subscribed, hit that button, join this community, and check us out on explorenms.com. Until next time. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Thank you for coming on Cobra TV, man.
Sorry about that. I'm using my phone since it's my only Skype thing, and I had the microphone settings off.
No, it's all
Isn't
cool.
that kind of like Joe?
How do you pronounce your name?
It's Elock, but that's just the username. You can just call me Commander.
Commander. Okay, cool. So what brings you on Cobra TV, buddy?
Just like No Man's Sky, and actually, I did send you a little link to something I found a few days ago about No Man's Sky. There was a GameStop in London that got sleeves of, like, disc cases for No Man's Sky.
That's always good to hear.
Yeah, a lot of places in London or in the UK are getting all those sleeves. You could even pre-order No Man's Sky on the GameStop UK.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I said. And I don't know if that's just if companies are saying, well, we're going to buy this when it comes in, so we're just going to go ahead and pre-sell it. You know, I'm sure that companies can do that, right?
Probably.
It's not like the pre-order that a dev would do, right?
It's usually in that kind of thing, they're probably in touch with Sony. So Sony probably has a direct partnership with them where they say, okay, here's our next products. We're going to send you marketing material, posters, or whatever it is they wish to pay for in a marketing campaign, which includes sleeves, boxes, players, guides, like those big Brady Games players guides from back in the day. That's if they're even publishing them. That's if Brady Games is not doing them. But so I think it's part of a big marketing campaign, and then eventually they get the games. It's just for. I wish I could just walk up in one of those GameStops and steal one of them though, so I can have one on display somewhere in my home.
Right? Exactly, man. I feel you. I'm right there.
The interesting thing, though, was the guy who talked about getting the sleeves said that they only ever got those if the game was going to be released within 6 months.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the intentions on a lot of games. But I was talking to someone that worked at a place called Game, and it's a game store in UK. And, you know, they got the sleeves for, what was it, Uncharted 4. And
that's the one I'm talking about, yeah. You link to that. Actually.
Yeah. And he said that they've had that for a while, and
well, there goes my hopes.
It's if they intend to release it at a certain date and then something happens, I wouldn't go by that. I don't know, Legacy. You know a lot about the gaming industry. What do you think?
I think it's best to go with what Sean's been saying.
Mm-hmm.
There's even if we go outside of what Sean is saying, I think the biggest thing is something we talked about a month or so ago was Sony's got a very light offering for the holiday, and the big problem is I really hope they're not planning for release in November. That's a terrible idea because November is packed to the gills. And yeah, you got Battlefront, Call of Duty.
And there's Halo before that. You got
Halo,
Metal Gear Solid, Gears of War.
Let's not think of that. Let's not forget the biggest heavy hitter that's probably going to outsell them both, and that's Fallout.
Oh yeah,
Fallout's going to come in and clean house. So you don't want to release in that month if you're hoping to make a sales splash. I could be wrong. It could be surprised. It could just go viral and just sell its pants off, and that's it. So I mean, it's hard to say.
No matter what games are coming out, the people who intend to buy it are going to buy it anyway. You know what I mean? I don't think it'll hurt No Man's Sky's sales. I think it's got a really sturdy fan base that they buy it anyway.
Let's hope. That we can definitely hope. I mean, when I think of holiday, or when I think of a release period or a quarter for games, typically quarter 4, I usually like to think of it in terms as if you have $60 to buy one game, what is it going to be?
Right.
And you have, and of course, you have the holiday, the Christmas, and you know, and in a lot of situations, parents are buying 1 or 2 games, and I mean, not everybody gets to be lucky gamers like us and get 2 or 3 or 8. So I mean, I wonder it's really a priority. Do people want to stick with the yearly grind with Call of Duty, or do they want to try something new and widen their gaming horizons for once and try out No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
It's more than just their horizons, it's more their entire universe.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there.
My friends are both big Call of Duty fans, and they want me to get Black Ops, but I really do not care about it. I got Advanced Warfare when it came out. I have not more than...
Yeah, I don't know if they really rushed the advertisement for the new Call of Duty, but for some reason it looks bad.
It looks terrible.
Yeah.
It looks very, very bad. And, you know, this is coming from somebody that loved the first Black Ops. I mean, I compare it to Call of Duty 4, which is not a common thing. But it just looks so bland and generic. It's pretty weird when Black Ops 3 graphically looks not even nearly as good as Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right, Elok, real quick, what do you plan on doing in No Man's Sky?
I'm going to be a explorer who has no bounds and also no virtues.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Are you going to be heading straight to the center, or are you going to take your time?
I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe starting a YouTube and doing just a Let's Play, because every Let's Play will be completely different. But
Exactly.
if I do that, then I probably would not go immediately to the center. If I don't, then I'd probably try and get as close as I could.
I'm kind of torn. Like, I want to go straight to the center, but then I'm thinking to myself, you know, what else am I missing? Although I cannot get to every single planet. But if I rush too quickly and skip too many planets, I don't know. I feel like I'm shorting myself.
The thing is, though, that you can't go just a straight line. If you remember the map, the stars are not always right next to each other. And there's some gaps where you might just come to a dead end and you can't go any further, so you'd have to backtrack. So I'm curious how that would work out.
Yeah. I'm also curious how the favorite planets list works out, too.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Favorite planets?
Yeah, you can
I
add
did not know that.
a favorites planet list. I think they mentioned it back in the Game Informer hub.
Can I add every planet?
I don't know.
Hey, that defeats the purpose.
What's that?
You know what really threw me off today?
What's that?
The aliens that they showed today.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Holy moly. Like, I was hoping they would get really sort of freaky. And
Like
I
those
really
two
doubt
and
Sean would have
six-legged
showed us the
creatures?
full extent of the freakiness.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just in their own right, I mean, the six-legged creature kind of blew my mind.
That freaked me out. I mean, I keep showing my friends the one scene at the last trailer that they showed where you have the, like, two-legged dinosaur things that have bent legs. And I keep saying that might be one of the things you could find. And I did not expect anything even here from just trailers and stuff.
Yeah, they're pretty gruesome looking, weren't they?
Yeah, but the thing is, there was 2 articles I read. One was from New York newspaper, and then the GDC. They had a 30-minute video on which the creative designer, what's his name, for art style?
Grant Duggan?
Yeah, he stood up and just explained everything. And one thing they said is some of the scariest creatures are not grotesque, which is something I'm interested in. Because, like, if you look at some games like Zombie, for instance, those zombies are always grotesque and just not creepy, but more misshapen in a way that they shouldn't be.
Right. And Grant Duggan did one time say, I think it was in a Game Informer, he said that he really wants a little white rabbit that can kick your arse. So
I want to find sheep.
What's that?
I want to find sheep.
Why?
Because I think it was Game Informer where they talked about sheep, and now I want to know if I can actually find sheep. So I may not ever go to the center. I'll just be scouring the planets for sheep.
Yeah, that's what you're
Just no goats.
It's not going to be a Let's Play. It's Let's Find Sheep.
You should really name the account that, like name the actual YouTube channel that. No
Let's
Man's
find the
Sky.
sheep.
Finding sheep.
Episode 400, still going. No
Yeah,
sheep.
Just stay away from the goats.
No kidding.
Don't mistake them for a sheep.
Yeah, they're all angry.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on Cobra TV. I do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, take care, man.
See you guys.
Bye.
Crazy two-legged aliens. Crazy.